Hello there, other strangers. Let's talk about milk. Or, well, plant milk. In one of Hank's recent videos, he talked about how there's a bunch of different plant milks now. And he also briefly mentioned that there was a lawsuit about plant milk being called milk recently. Turns out this has been going on for a while. And it reminded me that I'd seen something about a ruling on it recently. So let's get into that. Over the past few years, plant milk sales have soared. There's so many options now. You've got almond, coconut, soy, things you typically think of, but there's also oat milk, rice milk, pea milk. Apparently pea milk is the closest to actual milk texture. To be clear, sales are up about 60% between 2012 and 2017. That's insane, and it's got the dairy industry scared. Their sales have actually fallen in that same time period, about 15%. This has left the dairy industry scrambling anything they can do to discredit the plant milk industry, and it's resulted in some ridiculous lawsuits, including going after the term milk. So the most recent case I could find, because they've been making noise about this since 1997, I think, when soy milk became more of a thing. The dairy industry has taken the plant milk industry to court over the term milk. The dairy industry believes it should only apply to cow's milk. In the most recent case I could find, Painter v. Blue Diamond being the plant milk company and Painter being one of the dairy industry representatives, they took Blue Diamond to court, saying they're misleading customers by using the term milk for their beverages. Specifically, they said plant-based milk should be called imitation milk because it substitutes for and resembles dairy milk while being nutritionally inferior. Now, I don't think the average consumer thinks that almond milk or oat milk or soy milk is an imitation or replacement for actual milk. The case was thrown out. To quote the court opinion, notwithstanding any resemblance to dairy milk, almond milk is not a substitute for dairy milk because almond milk does not involve literally substituting inferior ingredients for those in dairy milk. Moreover, almond milk isn't nutritionally inferior to cow's milk because two distinct food products necessarily have different nutritional profiles. Painter ended up taking this case to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, where it was also thrown out. Over the past few years, the FDA has hinted at cracking down on the term milk, saying that plant-based milk companies would have to label their products imitation milk. Ew, and also, again, kind of ridiculous. The FDA commissioner is concerned that customers will think that cow's milk and plant milk will have the same nutritional profiles. The Institute for Justice commented, saying that consumers already have the nutrition facts panel to tell them that dairy milk and plant milk have different nutritional profiles. If you want to know the outcome of the whole FDA cracking down on the term plant milk, see the previous ruling. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the dairy industry has been making noise about plant-based milk since soy milk became a big thing around 1997. The fact of the matter is the dairy industry is scared. There is a burgeoning plant-based milk market, and it's expanding to include things that people might not be allergic to, including oats and coconuts and pea milks, not soy or nuts necessarily, where people might have allergic reactions. And the dairy industry is scared. People are also turning to plant milks when they're lactose intolerant and they still want to use milk in their foods. Now, in conclusion, my opinion, I have two perspectives that essentially come to the same conclusion. One is this term, milk, is not harming anybody, it's not inciting violence, and it's not misleading customers because they have labeling and the name almond milk to tell them that it's not cow's milk. So there is no reason for the government to step in and regulate the term milk. Also, are we going to start calling peanut butter mashed nuts? Are we going to start changing terms for everything just because it's not a dairy product? Where's the line? This also applies to the vegan side of me. My vegan side goes, okay, then if we can't call our plant-based milks milk, can we not have vegan meats? Like chicken with a spelled CHIK apostrophe N. Can we not have plant-based hot dogs? Tofurkey? Like, where's the line in labeling the names? What would we call Tofurkey if not Tofurkey? I honestly can't imagine that anybody needs to be told that this stuff is an imitation of the real product. Call it an imitation milk? I think that's insulting to the consumer. Now, I do feel bad for the industries this is affecting. Plant-based milks are on the rise, so the dairy industry is hurting. Farms are folding. They're losing money. People who already scraped by. But that doesn't make it right to go after industries that aren't inherently doing anything wrong. There is no malicious intent of the plant milk industry to go after the dairy industry. So to attack the plant milk industry with no real basis, it's ridiculous. Plant milk is on the rise, and it's not going anywhere. As always, strangers, my links are in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. DFTBA, other strangers.